Pentagon's decision last month to lift the ban on women in combat reignited another debate settled by the Supreme Court 32 years ago. Should women be required to sign up for the draft? Back then, because women weren't allowed on the battlefield, the court ruled they couldn't be compelled to register. Now, times have changed.
They're fighting and they're dying together. And the time has come for our policies to recognize that reality.
Current law requires only men ages 18 to 25 to register with the Selective Service System in case Congress decides to reinstate the draft. New York Congressman Charles Rangel introduced a bill that would require women to share the burden too.
We talk about human life, and so it just seems to me that someone's thinking is not too clear if they're going to say that a woman's life is less or more than a man's life. So, no, I don't add them because I want to get more people involved. I add them because they never should have been denied in the first place.
Rangel believes requiring all young Americans to register, including women, would be a deterrent to going to war. But the movement is also popular among women's military groups for another reason.
It's an equality issue. I mean, only through equal obligation can you have equal equality.
Members of the draft age generation seem to agree.
If it's going to be mandatory for young men, it should also be mandatory for young women. I think it's a bit hypocritical to demand equal rights in some regards, but not in others.
Well, if they want to be treated like equally and be able to serve, they should have to do the same thing that like a man would have to do. I mean, it's just equality.
Still, defense experts say the question is probably moot.
Certainly our national strategy at this point doesn't envision anything like a major mobilization, and I think it leads to the logical argument of why do we need to have anyone register?
The U.S. military has been an all-volunteer force for 40 years. Lead and others believe that's not likely to change anytime soon. Kelly Daschle, Associated Press.